Welcome to T4G Sports. Today we're going to talk about hard selling and soft selling, give you guys a couple little tips and tricks on that, and it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great, amazing time. Show you guys how to absolutely crush it. This is our Georgia Tech rebuild, by the way. Stay tuned for this. It's a lot of fun. Without further ado, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, start clapping your hands with excitement. Get excited. It's a great day. Okay, so I'm going to make it very, very simple on you guys with hard selling and soft selling. Number one, soft selling is really... it's the same thing that applies to hard selling, what I'm going to get into on hard selling, but soft selling is really, it's like you only have 20 hours. That's like the poor man's way of getting into business, okay, is soft sell. You use it, you only soft sell a guy when you don't really care for him that much, you don't have the hours, or you only want to spend X hours, you only want to spend 20 hours on them anyways, right? That's really the only time you're going to use that. Now, what I want you to understand about recruiting this year compared to last year, this year is easier than it was last year. Okay, why do I say that? Last year was more the Wild West because of the recruiting package ability. You could upgrade and you could give guys a lot more hours. So then even if you were hiring offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, you could get your hours up to 80 hours per position dang near. Not every position, but there were positions you could hit 80 hours for and just unload on them. So you didn't really know. You could see maybe a guy was ahead of you, but he could only have 50 hours. And you're dumping in 80 hours. Well, now most teams, most users are going to have 50 hours. So it's pretty choreographed. So you can look at some of these guys and go, hey, did I schedule them first on a visit? Do I own the pipeline? If you're ahead on the pipeline, you schedule them, even if you're only one ahead on the pipeline, and you schedule them for a visit first, and you're dumping in 50 hours, you're spending 40 on what you know, and you're throwing a 10-piece in on top of that, the likelihood that Pitt is going to beat me is still slim. And I know this. I can look at this and say it's slim. So when you're playing other users are going to go, I'm going to pull off. Beating users is, there's a lot of it where it is just beating them mentally. Because they'll pull off. They'll go, hey, this isn't worth the fight. Or if they want to waste the hours, let them waste the hours. It doesn't matter. But you're going to be able to use these tactics of playing users. So when it comes to hard selling or soft selling, you want to use the deal breaker. Now, if you watch our transfer portal video, we're doing 2 videos in one on this. So it's a little bit tough. But I show you a little bit more on what I'm doing with the deal breakers and what have you. So a prime example on how I got, I think it was this guard. Which guard was it? Okay, it was this guy here of hard selling him. I didn't know all of his what he wanted. Okay, so I'm looking through and I see the deal breakers playing style. What do you know about that? That's guaranteed. That's what that player wants. That's his deal breaker. That's number one to him. Okay. So when I'm looking at it and I see playing style and I'm going through and I go, wait a minute, I know one of them's unlocked is proximity to home. I see a green check mark. The playing style and coach stability, there were question marks. I didn't know that's what he wanted, right? I only see one. So I look at the proximity to home. Then I go back and look at the deal breaker. I see his playing style. So I already know 2 of the 3. Even though it's a question mark, I already know 2 of the 3. So then what am I doing? I'm going and playing, a guessing game. And a lot of times you are going to get it correct or you're very close. If you get the wrong variation, you already know 2 of the 3. Go to the next week and then try a different variation. And you'll know very quickly if you're right or if you're wrong. You can see. Okay, on the pitch results. So you have to utilize the deal breaker as much as possible. Okay, utilize that because there's so many times I come across guys where there's question marks. I know one of them, and then I look at the deal breaker, and then I now know 2 of them. If you know 2 of them, play the guessing game. If you don't know 2 of them, you only know 1, don't play the guessing game. If you're going to spend 50 hours, spend the 50 hours on sending the house over hard selling or soft selling and try to guess what it is, right? Unless you have nothing to lose, you're already going to lose a player, you might as well give them, a hard sell and just guess. Who knows? I still wouldn't do it, but that's something I guess some people might do. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Just go with what you know. So when it comes to a user as well, know that, hey, if I just gain a little bit of steps because of how this system works when it comes to recruiting this year, it's very structured, very choreographed. I have to be the first one. You schedule the visit first. Even if you have the same pipeline, try to gather as much information on the deal breaker to hard sell them, and then throw them, some stuff on top of that. And from there, you are going to get so much more out of the hard selling and soft selling. If you do it properly, you're going to be able to use that against users effectively. The CPU doesn't matter. And really, 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 really use the deal breaker. I cannot stress that enough. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's very simple. Didn't want to overcomplicate this whatsoever. And have fun, guys. Have fun.